Welcome back to Drama Extra, the home of all the latest drama from the world of Housewives. Glowing Star, today we're diving into RHOM Season 7, Episode 16, where everything gets turned upside down. From Larsa and Nicole's explosive fight to Lisa's emotional journey through her divorce, this episode is packed with twists you won't want to miss. In Season 7, Episode 16 of The Real Housewives of Miami, the drama intensifies as the ladies face the final chapters of their turbulent season. Old rivalries come to a head, relationships are put to the test, and shocking revelations shake the group. The episode marks the climactic conclusion of many ongoing storylines, as the housewives find themselves at a crossroads in their personal and professional lives. It's an emotional and high-stakes episode that sets the stage for the finale, with moments of betrayal, redemption, and unexpected confrontations. So grab your popcorn, hit that like button, and stick around till the end. Trust me, this episode's drama is on another level. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Drama Extra family, where the drama never stops. Key plot developments. 1. Tension between Larsa and Nicole. One of the central storylines in Season 7, Episode 16 revolves around the escalating tension between Larsa Pippen and Nicole Martin. The two women have been at odds throughout the season, and their rivalry reaches a boiling point in this episode. The conflict deepens. Larsa and Nicole's long-standing feud takes center stage, as they confront each other about past misunderstandings and unresolved issues. Nicole, who has had a few run-ins with Larsa over the season, finally expresses her frustration with Larsa's behavior and attitude, calling her out for being dishonest and two-faced. The confrontation takes place at a luxurious event that the group attends, and it's clear that neither woman is willing to back down. Shocking accusations are thrown, with Larsa accusing Nicole of being fake and not truly supporting her as a friend, while Nicole feels betrayed by Larsa's disrespectful behavior throughout the season. Emotional fallout. The tension between the two women causes a major rift within the group. While other housewives try to mediate and calm things down, it's clear that the bond between Larsa and Nicole may be beyond repair. This ongoing conflict becomes one of the most intense and dramatic moments of the episode. 2. Lisa's personal struggles continue. Another major storyline in Season 7, Episode 16 is Lisa Hochstein's ongoing personal turmoil regarding her divorce from Lenny Hochstein. The episode delves deeper into Lisa's emotional state and her journey of trying to find closure. The divorce drama. Lisa is seen navigating the final stages of her divorce from Lenny, dealing with the legal battles and the emotional toll of the separation. This episode explores Lisa's vulnerability and the heartache she's been dealing with since Lenny's infidelity was made public. Support system. Despite her struggles, Lisa leans on her friends for support, especially Adriana de Mora, who offers words of encouragement and advice. Adriana's role as a confidant is crucial in helping Lisa cope with the emotional roller coaster of the divorce process. Unresolved feelings. At one point, Lisa finds herself grappling with unresolved feelings for Lenny, especially as they share moments of tension-filled exchanges regarding their kids and the future of their relationship. This internal conflict is explored in greater depth, adding a layer of complexity to her character's arc. 3. Gertie and the group's tensions. Gertie Abrera has become a prominent figure in Season 7, and her storyline in this episode is marked by tension and misunderstandings with some of the other housewives. Gertie's frustration. In this episode, Gertie faces increasing frustration with the group's behavior, especially with the ongoing drama surrounding the Larsa and Nicole conflict. Gertie is shown trying to balance being a peacemaker while also standing up for her own beliefs and principles. This internal struggle highlights her assertiveness and independent nature. Mediating the group. Despite her personal frustrations, Gertie tries to mediate between the other housewives, offering advice and attempting to bring peace to the group. However, her efforts are often met with resistance from those who are entrenched in their own issues, leading to more emotional moments and occasional blow-ups. Vulnerabilities exposed. Gertie's emotional vulnerability is shown when she opens up about the pressures of balancing her career and family life while also dealing with the complexities of being in the public eye. Her personal struggles add a depth to her character and highlight her humanity beyond the drama of the show. 4. Adriana's quest for redemption. Adriana de Mora continues to pursue redemption in Season 7, Episode 16, as she seeks to repair her friendships and reclaim her role within the group. Making amends. In this episode, Adriana attempts to smooth things over with her fellow housewives after the drama from earlier in the season. She specifically works on rebuilding bridges with Larsa and Nicole, who have both been somewhat distant from her due to past confrontations. Emotional growth. Adriana's character arc revolves around her growth and maturation as she reflects on past actions and how she can be a better friend and support system to the group. She's shown working on self-improvement, making her a more relatable and grounded character in this season. 5. The group's final blow-up. As part 1 of the finale of Season 7 unfolds, the group is torn apart once more by the clash between personal agendas and group loyalty. After the betrayal and broken alliances, a final blow-up between the housewives ensues, with emotions running high. The final confrontation. This dramatic confrontation results in explosive arguments, with each housewife confronting the others over their actions throughout the season. Secrets are revealed and long-held grudges come to light, making the group's already delicate relationships even more fragile. Shocking revelations. A couple of shocking revelations occur, including some behind-the-scenes gossip and stories that weren't previously known, adding layers of intrigue and drama to the episode. Uncertain future. As the episode ends, the housewives' future together hangs in the balance. Will they be able to reconcile their differences, or will this be the final breakup that ends their group dynamic for good? Conclusion. RHOM Season 7, Episode 16 delivers a highly emotional and dramatic chapter, where loyalties are tested, relationships are torn apart, and personal growth is explored. The episode is packed with shocking moments, betrayals, and unresolved issues, making it one of the most intense episodes of the season. As we move towards the finale, it's clear that the future of the Miami housewives is uncertain, with several emotional arcs still left to be resolved. In Part 2 of Episode 16, the stakes only get higher as the housewives' relationships hit their breaking points. The emotional aftershocks from the earlier betrayal and conflicts ripple through the group, forcing the women to confront not just their personal issues, but also the dynamic shifts in their alliances. The final showdown is near, and personal growth, cathartic confrontations, and unpredictable twists dominate this part of the episode. As each woman prepares for the final confrontation, the question arises, can the group mend its fractured bonds, or will this be the ultimate split that forever alters the group's future? Key events and plot development. 1. Larsa and Nicole's explosive confrontation. The tension between Larsa and Nicole escalates in Part 2, with the two women reaching the climactic point of their ongoing rivalry. The previous scenes built to this moment, and now it all comes to a head as Larsa's actions throughout the season are questioned by Nicole in an explosive confrontation. Nicole's frustration. Nicole no longer holds back her emotions and directly confronts Larsa about her disloyalty, her attitude, and the distrust she feels has been instilled in their friendship. Nicole accuses Larsa of being two-faced and using people for her own benefit, and the intensity of the argument is palpable. Larsa's defensive stance. Larsa, as expected, is defensive and challenges Nicole's accusations. She feels that Nicole's criticism is unwarranted and accuses her of being insecure and too emotional. The exchange between the two is highly charged, and the group becomes divided over who is right, with some siding with Larsa and others backing Nicole. Group divisions. This confrontation leads to more divisions within the group. The other women are forced to choose sides, with tensions rising as the situation becomes increasingly difficult to mediate. 2. Lisa's struggle with closure. Lisa Hochstein's emotional journey continues in Part 2 as she continues to process her divorce from Lenny Hochstein. This episode delves deeper into Lisa's struggles with her identity and her role as a mother and ex-wife. Personal reflection. Lisa spends time reflecting on her past relationship with Lenny, realizing that her self-worth was often tied to him and that moving on means reclaiming her independence. The episode provides a deeper understanding of Lisa's vulnerability, as she expresses her feelings about the emotional and legal toll the divorce has taken on her. Emotional support from friends. Lisa finds comfort in Adriana and Gertie, who have been her primary sources of support throughout the season. These moments of friendship and solidarity are essential for Lisa as she faces the tough realities of life after divorce. Her journey reflects a larger theme of empowerment and self-healing. Uncertain future. However, despite her friends' support, Lisa's path forward remains uncertain. The episode ends with Lisa questioning her future, unsure of what comes next as she navigates life as a single mother. 3. Gertie's struggle for balance. Gertie Abrera has been one of the more level-headed housewives throughout the season, but even she faces internal struggles as the season draws to a close. Balancing family and career. Gertie opens up about the pressures of balancing her career, family, and public life. Her role as a mother and wife has become even more challenging as the competition between the women intensifies, and the constant drama affects her ability to focus on her professional and personal commitments. Moment of clarity. In a vulnerable moment, Gertie shares her fears about losing herself in the chaos. She expresses concern that she's being pulled in so many directions, and she realizes that in order to stay true to herself, she needs to prioritize what truly matters. This realization leads her to make key decisions about her future and her role within the group. Emotional growth. Gertie's emotional arc in this part of the episode shows her growth as she begins to understand that, while the external pressure from the group and competition may cause friction, it's important to maintain a sense of self-worth and inner peace. 4. Adriana's path to redemption. Throughout Season 7, Adriana de Mora has been grappling with her place in the group, and in this episode, she continues her journey of redemption. Seeking forgiveness, Adriana attempts to rebuild bridges with the women, especially with Nicole and Larsa. She knows her actions earlier in the season caused rifts, and she is determined to reconnect with them. However, her efforts are met with mixed reactions as some women are willing to forgive and others remain skeptical. Personal reflection. In a poignant moment, Adriana reflects on her own flaws and mistakes, acknowledging how her past actions have affected her relationships. This moment of self-awareness is significant for her character development and adds depth to her portrayal in the season. Tension remains. Despite her desire for redemption, Adriana's journey isn't easy. The lingering tension with the other women adds complexity to her character's arc, and it remains uncertain whether she can fully repair the damage done earlier in the season. 5. The final confrontation looms. As the episode draws to a close, the group is left facing a final showdown that will likely determine the future of their relationships. Tension builds. The women, while trying to settle differences, find themselves on the brink of another explosive confrontation. The unresolved issues between Larsa and Nicole, along with the emotional baggage carried by other women, create an environment ripe for further conflict. Unpredictable outcome. With a final group activity coming up, it remains to be seen whether the women can set aside their personal differences and cooperate or if their divisions will lead to further chaos in the group. The cliffhanger ending leaves the future of their friendships uncertain. Conclusion. Part 2 of RHOM Season 7, Episode 16 continues the emotional roller coaster of the season, with loyalties tested, relationships fractured, and personal growth explored. The betrayals and rising tensions set the stage for a dramatic showdown, while the women try to find a balance between personal desires and the complex dynamics of their group. As the finale approaches, the unresolved issues from this episode promise an explosive conclusion to the season. In Part 3 of Episode 16, we see the emotional stakes intensify as the climactic finale of the season looms. The housewives are forced to confront the ultimate truth about their friendships, their loyalties, and their emotional boundaries. With just one more episode left before the season ends, Season 7, Episode 16 focuses on final confrontations, last-ditch efforts for reconciliation, and the emotional revelations that have been building throughout the season. As the group prepares to face their final challenge, the tensions that have simmered throughout the season finally boil over into dramatic showdowns that will leave audiences wondering who will emerge as victorious and who will be left behind. The breaking point. After months of passive-aggressive interactions, Nicole reaches her breaking point with Larsa. She calls out Larsa for being insincere and two-faced, stating that she can no longer tolerate the way Larsa has manipulated others. Nicole's frustration reaches new heights, leading to a shouting match that intensifies the feud. Larsa's reaction. Larsa, never one to back down, responds with sarcasm and defensiveness, accusing Nicole of being too emotional and overdramatic. The clash is heated, with both women throwing personal insults and getting into each other's faces. Group's reaction. The rest of the group is divided, with some siding with Nicole, while others find themselves sympathetic to Larsa's feelings. The group dynamics shift dramatically as the feud continues to play out, and everyone is left wondering if this rift can ever be repaired. 2. Lisa and Gertie's heartfelt conversation. After the emotional divisions in the group, Lisa and Gertie sit down for a heartfelt conversation about the challenges they both face in their personal lives. Lisa's vulnerability. In an intimate moment, Lisa opens up to Gertie about her ongoing divorce from Lenny Hochstein. She talks about the pain of seeing her family fall apart and the emotional strain of dealing with the public scrutiny. Lisa reveals that she is still searching for closure and healing, and Gertie offers her support and words of encouragement. Gertie's support. Gertie, in turn, shares her own struggles with balancing her career and family life, showing a vulnerable side that is rarely seen. The two women bond over their shared experiences and agree that self-care and supporting each other is essential to surviving in the cutthroat world of the housewives. Empathy and growth. This conversation highlights the emotional growth both Lisa and Gertie have undergone. It's a poignant moment in the episode, reminding viewers that despite all the drama, the friendships on RHOM are still built on a foundation of empathy and mutual understanding. 3. Adriana's apology tour continues. Adriana de Mora has been on a journey of redemption throughout the season, and in this part of the episode, she continues to try to mend the relationships she has damaged. Making amends, Adriana goes to Larsa and Nicole separately to apologize for her past actions. She admits that her behavior earlier in the season was reckless, and she wants to repair her relationship with each of them. Her efforts are met with mixed reactions. While Larsa is hesitant to accept her apology, Nicole seems more open to reconciliation. Building bridges. Adriana's willingness to take responsibility for her mistakes and make amends is a key part of her character development. Her vulnerability and efforts to rebuild her friendships show a side of her that's often overshadowed by the drama of the show. The aftermath. Although her apology tour doesn't fully resolve the conflicts, it marks a turning point in Adriana's quest for personal growth. However, it's clear that trust in the group is not easily regained, and the damage done earlier in the season still lingers. Character development. The protagonist's struggle. Lisa Hochstein emerges as one of the most emotionally complex characters in this episode. As she grapples with her divorce and life post-Lenny, her character is shown to be vulnerable, conflicted, and determined to overcome her personal challenges. Personal reflection. Lisa takes a moment to reflect on the lessons learned from her relationship with Lenny, realizing that the journey ahead isn't just about rebuilding her marriage, but about reclaiming her independence and self-worth. The road to healing. Through her conversations with Gertie and other cast members, Lisa is opening up more about her personal struggles, showing a human side that resonates with viewers. She finds strength in her resilience and the support of her friends, solidifying her place as a key figure in the group. Gertie's continued growth. In Part 3, Gertie Abrera continues to show her growth as a character. After facing internal struggles and external pressure from the group, she has evolved into a more assertive and emotionally intelligent individual. Strength and vulnerability. Gertie's willingness to open up about the pressures she faces in balancing her career, family, and friendships shows a more vulnerable side of her. Her character development in this episode demonstrates empathy, strength, and self-reflection. Peacemaker role. As the group faces further conflict, Gertie steps in as the peacemaker, offering advice and support to help mediate the tensions. Her calm demeanor and emotional maturity help bring a sense of stability in an otherwise chaotic environment. The final countdown. As Part 3 of Episode 16 concludes, the group is left facing unresolved tensions and unpredictable outcomes. The betrayals, alliances, and emotional baggage that have defined this season still weigh heavily on the group, and the final showdown looms. The group's future. It's unclear whether the group can reconcile their differences and move forward, or whether this season will conclude with a permanent split. The uncertainty of what comes next creates a cliffhanger that leaves viewers eagerly awaiting the finale. Conclusion. RHOM Season 7, Episode 16 Part 3 brings the emotional stakes of the season to a head. Betrayals, revelations, and personal growth take center stage as the housewives navigate their most difficult challenges yet. As Lisa and Gertie continue their journeys of self-discovery, and Adriana works on mending relationships, the episode sets the stage for a dramatic conclusion in the season finale. In Part 4, the final moments of Season 7, Episode 16 unfold with intense confrontations and emotional resolutions. This episode brings many of the season's unresolved conflicts to their conclusion, leaving the group at a crossroads. As the final showdown approaches, the housewives must come to terms with the emotional cost of their actions, and face the reality of who they are and what they are willing to sacrifice for loyalty, love, and survival in the group. Personal growth, cathartic releases, and final apologies shape the conclusion of this chapter, offering closure while also leaving viewers eager for what's next. Key events and plot development. 1. The ultimate showdown, Larsa vs. Nicole. The ongoing conflict between Larsa and Nicole finally reaches its boiling point in Part 4, with a confrontation that's nothing short of explosive. The culmination of months of tension, both women finally have their ultimate showdown in front of the group, and this time there's no backing down. A full-blown confrontation. This is more than just a verbal spat. It's a full-blown confrontation where both women air their grievances with each other, bringing up past betrayals, misunderstandings, and personal insults. Larsa, feeling attacked by Nicole's accusations, goes on the defensive, while Nicole, who has been holding back for a while, lashes out with accusations of Larsa being manipulative and insincere. The breakdown. The intensity of the fight forces the other women to intervene and try to de-escalate the situation, but it's clear that trust between Larsa and Nicole is completely shattered. This marks a turning point in their relationship, as the group collectively witnesses a final severing of ties that has been brewing for the entire season. Lisa's journey in this episode is about closure and moving forward from her tumultuous divorce with Lenny Hochstein. While Lisa has come a long way emotionally, the final part of the episode showcases her gaining perspective on her life moving forward. Personal healing. In a deeply emotional conversation with Gertie, Lisa admits that while the divorce has been incredibly painful, she is slowly learning to accept her reality. This marks a healing moment for Lisa, as she begins to envision life beyond her marriage with Lenny, focusing on personal growth and independence. Strength and vulnerability. Lisa's emotional vulnerability in this scene is powerful, showing how far she has come throughout the season. The support from her friends, particularly Gertie, helps her see that the path ahead is one of empowerment and self-discovery. The episode concludes with Lisa taking a step forward, ready to embrace the next chapter in her life, no matter how difficult. 3. Gertie's realization and emotional growth. In Part 4, Gertie Abrera's role as a supportive friend takes center stage. As she helps Lisa heal, Gertie herself has a moment of clarity regarding her own personal struggles. Balancing life and career. Gertie confesses that the pressures of balancing her demanding career and her family life have left her feeling stretched thin. In a poignant moment, she shares her insecurities about losing herself in the chaos, as she juggles her public persona and personal obligations. Finding balance. However, Gertie has an epiphany during her conversation with Lisa, realizing that she needs to prioritize her mental and emotional well-being in order to be the best version of herself, for her family and friends. This shift in perspective signals her personal growth and shows her desire to find balance in her life going forward. Support system. Gertie's relationship with Lisa and the other housewives continues to strengthen, as she becomes a key emotional support figure in the group. Her emotional maturity in this part of the episode adds depth to her character and positions her as a key player in future seasons. 4. Adriana's final redemption attempt. Adriana's quest for redemption and reconciliation reaches its pinnacle in the final moments of Part 4. As the group begins to face the final confrontation, Adriana attempts to mend fences with the women, especially those she's had the most conflict with. Apology tour. Adriana makes a final attempt at apologizing to Nicole and Larsa, admitting her faults and taking responsibility for her actions throughout the season. This is her last chance to restore the friendships that were once central to her position in the group. Mixed reactions. While some of the women accept her apology, others remain skeptical and distant, questioning her sincerity. Adriana's desire for reconciliation is genuine, but the damage done earlier in the season is hard to overcome. Self-awareness. Despite the mixed reactions, Adriana has a moment of self-awareness, realizing that her actions have hurt the group and that true redemption comes from consistent actions, not just words. This introspection marks a turning point for Adriana's character, showcasing her growth and desire to be a better friend. 5. Final moments of tension. As the episode concludes, the housewives face their final challenge, both in terms of the group's dynamic and the emotional weight of the season. The final moments of tension reveal whether the women can come together or if this will be the final breakdown in their relationships. The future of the group. While some friendships appear salvaged, others seem irreparable. The episode leaves viewers questioning whether the group can survive the emotional wreckage of the season or if the final season of RHOM will mark a true end to the group's cohesion. Cliffhanger ending. The final scene teases unresolved conflicts, leaving viewers wondering if there will be closure in the next episode, or if these dynamics will lead into the next season. Conclusion. Part 4 of RHOM Season 7, Episode 16 serves as the emotional climax of the season. The personal journeys of the housewives, the ongoing betrayals, and the desire for reconciliation all come to a head as the women face their ultimate test of friendship, loyalty, and self-discovery. With emotional growth, cathartic confrontations, and a cliffhanger ending, this episode sets the stage for a dramatic finale that will leave the audience eagerly awaiting the resolution of these complex dynamics. And there you have it, folks, RHOM Season 7, Episode 16. From the Larsa vs. Nicole confrontation to Lisa's heartbreaking journey, this episode was filled with all the highs and lows of reality TV. Face screaming in fear, what did you think about all the drama? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear your take. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to be part of the Drama Extra family. Be sure to click the bell icon for notifications so you never miss a moment of the drama. Stay tuned, more juicy episodes are coming soon. Until next time, stay fabulous and remember, Drama Extra brings you the best of the best in drama.